Good morning, everyone. This is Anna, and it's time to pull another card from the Oracle of the Magical Fairy Forest for this week or whenever you see this video. And some awesome news to start. I did get the funds from Kickstarter last week, and I just placed the order for printing this beautiful deck. So they should be produced within the next month or so, and then I should have them around the end of September or early October. I'm really excited and can't wait to get these babies out into the world. But now, without further ado, let's pull a card for this week. And then, as always, I'm also going to get an additional message from the companion journal. One thing I want to mention too before I start is I've temporarily reopened pre-orders for the deck and the deck and journal bundle. You can still get the Kickstarter edition at this point. So if you missed the Kickstarter and you want to pre-order the Kickstarter version of the deck or the deck and journal bundle, you can go to my website. I'll leave the link for you down below. And now let's ask the fairies for a message for this week. And as always, feel free to take a moment to close your eyes and set an intention or ask a question, and then simply allow yourself to receive whatever messages resonate with you the most. That is what you need to hear right now. Okay, so the message for this week is wild and free. I love this card. I mean, I love all of them. This is card number 5. Liberate your untamed self. Live in alignment with nature. And so there's a lot in this card, but one meaning of this card and kind of the main interpretation really is to fully allow yourself to be your most authentic self without holding back. There's a lot of fire energy in this card, and this fairy is also really immersing herself in the dance with nature. And through that, she is also embracing her own true nature. So whatever this may mean for you right now, really allow yourself to be wild and free, as this card says. And you might also notice the butterflies here in the image. So these can be about transformation, also joy and lightness and creativity and letting your inner child come out and play. So even though there is fire in this card, there's also a light and playful energy. Express yourself in whatever way you feel inspired to and what makes you feel light and free and really in touch with yourself. Now, the other meaning of this card also is to realign your life with what feels more natural. Well, again, what feels more natural for you, but also looking for ways to live more in harmony with nature in whatever way you can do this right now. And again, what feels good to you. As human beings, we are part of nature. We are nature. And when we align our lives more with our most natural way of being and with how we are designed to live in the way that nature intended for us, then that really supports everything else. It supports our well-being, our health, and we get back into a more natural rhythm, a more natural flow in our lives, and also in the way that we interact with each other and with all other beings on this planet. So it really helps to restore the harmony. And there's so much more I could say about this. I've been playing with this for a long time. And this can include spending time in nature, or also I remember the times when, well, I developed quite a few sensitivities to foods and chemicals and so on, and I just started switching over to more natural foods, looking at the ingredients on the labels, and also just being more mindful of what I was putting on my skin and so on, and cleaning products that I was using. And yeah, I feel like all of these things have helped me just come into a more natural way of living that just feels more harmonious and balanced and more supportive in so many other ways. So take what resonates with you here and what feels good to you. Now I'm going to grab the journal and just randomly open it somewhere. So I'm just going to ask for an additional message, and then we'll look at the practice and the journaling questions for whatever card we get here from the journal. Okay, so this is the waking dream. And for this one, I actually have two versions of the image in the journal. So here you can see the waking dreamer with her eyes closed, which was the original image that my illustrator Anna created first. And then I asked her for an additional version with her eyes open. And this is the one that we ended up using for the card because it felt more aligned with the message that I wanted to share. But I thought it would be fun to play with both here in the journal because I still had both illustrations, so we can actually see her opening her eyes. And so I'm just going to read the message and then share a little bit more. You are the dreamer and the dream. You can call into being anything you can imagine, but consider the possibility that your journey might be much more fun and delightful if you simply allowed the dream to create itself. What will you decide? Take control or sit back and enjoy the ride? The choice is yours. And I'll read the ritual to you, or the practice for this card. And this is more of a way of implementing it in your daily life in a more practical way. As you go about your life today, consider that your waking reality might be a dream, similar to your nightly dreams, just the other way around. How does this perspective change your experience? What is your dreamscape telling you about your inner self? How might your conscious and unconscious thoughts, words, choices, and actions be shaping your reality? How can you have fun with the experience of creating your world versus letting the dream take you to places beyond your imagination? And then the affirmation at the bottom is, I welcome all the beauty that life has to offer. And there's so much I could share with you about this card. This is really based on a message that I got on a medicine journey last year, and it was really profound, but a lot of it is already here in the description. So yeah, the message I really got was, you can control the journey if you want to. You can choose what you want to create, but be open to the possibility that it's going to be so much more fun if you just allow it to unfold as it wants to and take you places you can't even imagine. And I had a lot of fun with it, and I just saw how it applied to my life, my waking life as a whole as well. And so I've really been playing with this a lot lately, and there's a book that really reminds me of this, The Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer. My partner and I were recently listening to the audio version of it, and I've really been having fun playing with this more, and I feel like it's really been part of how I've been living my life for a long time, but it was also, there were a lot of good reminders in there, and it's a really great example of what can happen when we allow ourselves to step into surrender more and just have fun with seeing where life takes us and all the beautiful opportunities that open up as a result. And once again, I'm really playing with it right now and just seeing, there's so much more available when we simply allow and are open to all the possibilities, as long as we can do it consciously and we're not just running on autopilot. There's definitely a difference there, and that can be the challenge sometimes. So I don't want to go too much deeper into this, but I'll let this inspire you. And there are already a lot of questions that I read to you here in the practice section. So let me just see if there's anything else. So the journaling section here for this card is a little bit more in-depth, so I feel like I'm not going to share it with you here in the video. It's really going to take some time. You want to take your time with it and really ideally set aside a day for this whole practice. And yeah, but you can find it in the journal. And once again, if you want to pre-order the deck or the deck and journal bundle, you can find it on my website right now. I'm going to be closing pre-orders for the deck and journal bundle on August 15th before I place the order for the journals. I have to know pretty much exactly how many I will need, so I know how many to order. And I think this is everything I wanted to share with you in this video. And I'm not entirely sure yet whether there will be another card pull video next week. We'll be traveling early next week, but if I can get it done on the weekend, then there will be one. And I have been focusing on getting more human design content up, so there are a few videos that I shared last week that you can go check out, but I'll share more about what I'm doing with human design in more videos this week as well, and then there will be a lot more coming. I'm very excited about this. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to be back with more very soon.